I'm on the lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. On behalf of Skyline, I pay my respects to elders past and present and extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples attending today. I'll now pass over to our CEO, Bridget Sutherland.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to wish you all a very warm welcome. As the CEO here at Skyline Education Foundation, I'm honoured to open our 2024 annual reception. Tonight, you will hear from an amazing group of students who, despite the many and varied challenges they have faced, are halfway through their final year of VCE. Our class of 2024 recently attended a residential camp at Monash's Mannix College, and just last month, we came together for a masterclass at the NGV. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to the Skyline community, including our ambassadors, board members, and the many volunteers who support our programs through our advisory committees. A special thought also to Beverly Brock, an amazing long-term board member, ambassador, and champion of Skyline, who recently passed away, but I know will be overseeing us tonight. We welcome you to join us later in the event to acknowledge her amazing contribution to our work. I would also like to acknowledge our incredible operational team who ensure our programs run so well. Our program managers, Jigna Desai, Sarah Siegel, and Laura Duncan, alongside our program operations manager, Nancy Polycandrides. Our operations team, Rebecca Hassler and Karen Warner, and a wonderful Hatch team of Sally Watts and Mel Wilson, alongside the many alumni who work in our programs. Over 30 graduates of the Skyline program work with us to mentor and encourage our students to be the very best they can be. There are just too many amazing individuals and companies to mention everyone who together ensure the work that Skyline continues to grow. From our funding partners, donors, and the many educational partners who contribute both to their time and resources to ensure our students have what they need to successfully navigate the VCE and beyond. Please know we are very grateful for what you make possible. 2023 was a year of amazing accomplishments from our students, and our Skyline and Hatch programs continue to deliver and prosper thanks to an amazing efforts from many. 77 students graduated our program and delivered an amazing VCE result. These students all received offers for university and tertiary courses from medical sciences, law, arts, aviation, pharmacy, just to name a few of the amazing adventures our Skyline students are undertaking. Our Hatch programs included our most important VCE study skills and exam revision series, which reached over 3,000 VCE students across Victoria. While we have found ourselves in a difficult funding environment, the strength of our people and the belief in the power of education to change the world is as strong as ever. But tonight, we're here celebrating our wonderful class of 2024. We are so grateful that you're here with us and very much hope you enjoy what our students have planned for you over the next 50 minutes or so. Just some quick housekeeping before I introduce you to our MCs for the formalities this evening. Please keep yourselves muted to allow the event to run without interruption, but we very much encourage you to share by using the chat function on your screen and actively contribute. Our students love to hear from you. As you will see, we are recording the reception so that we can share this with other people. So it is my great pleasure to introduce our MCs for this evening, Justine Beckwith-Smith of Grovedale College and Nathan Cohen of South Oakley College. I'll now hand over to Justine and Nathan for the evening, who will take you through a list of amazing speakers. Thank you.
Thank you, Bridget. My name's Justine Beckwith-Smith and I'm a current Year 12 at Grovedale College, partaking in a VCE pathway. I currently study English, general math, health and human development, physical education, and legal studies. And it doesn't feel real that I'm almost halfway through my final year of school. I've made so many friends and memories along the way. However, I owe a lot of credit to Skyline, as without them, my BCE pathway wouldn't have been the same. I'm immensely grateful for Skyline as they have given me the opportunity to access resources that enable me to reach my highest academic potential. Thanks largely to the generous funding, I've been able to afford resources such as ATAR notes, study books and test books, subject lectures, and my Year 12 jumper without the financial burden. They have also offered me mental health support to assist with the anxiety Year 12 brings upon me as a student. Skyline is truly a web of beneficial and productive connections that has assisted me in growing my knowledge of different careers, such as the Landers and Rogers mentorship, where I was lucky enough to be paired with an employee who I regularly talk to about their role, and I was even able to sit in a courtroom to listen to a final hearing of a case. Although my favourite part of Skyline would have to be the masterclass days, which allow me to spend a day with other Year 12 students and learn about different careers and skills that will benefit us outside of school. For example, I once worked with a few friends to learn how to manually determine a person's blood pressure, which may just be my party trick for the next few years. However, every masterclass reminds me of how grateful and lucky I am to have these opportunities. When the opportunity arose to become a Skyline student, I thought I would apply because why not? However, I had no idea how much of an impact Skyline would have, not just on my VCU journey, but also my life. I've made some long-lasting friendships and connections through Skyline, and I genuinely look forward to the opportunity to becoming alumni and assisting with the masterclasses and residentials for future Skyline students. A little bit about me though, I'm really passionate about helping others, as is reflected in my job as a child swim teacher and the opportunities I've taken to volunteer at the Genu Big Day Out and the Disabled Surfers Association of Australia. The smiles on the participants' faces are just one of the most memorable moments of my life, as you help them achieve personal goals they may otherwise have never achieved. However, post-graduation, I'm looking into completing a double degree of exercise and sports science and business management, specializing in sport management at Deakin University, to hopefully become a player agent like Jerry Maguire. I discovered this career through a family friend who played AFL and is now a player agent himself. The idea of being so involved in the sport industry and players without having to be an elite athlete seems so rewarding and exciting. However, before pursuing further studies, I'm currently deciding between traveling or becoming a carer. I'm honoured to be one of your hosts tonight alongside Nathan, and I look forward to hearing about the Skyline's impact on others' journeys as well. It's now my pleasure to introduce Nathan Cohen. Nathan as my co-host for the evening of Oakley College.
Thank you, Justine. I'm delighted to join you as a co-host for this evening. And as Justine has introduced me, I'm Nathan Cohen, and I go to South Oakley Secondary College, which is down the southeast side. I've been going to South Oakley since Year 7 in 2019, and I've enjoyed every year and made amazing friends. I like that my school is on the smaller side, and it feels more like a family than a workplace environment. I could tell you things I enjoy about school, but the obvious answer is the friendships and getting to see your friends at school. But believe it or not, I actually do like to learn, and learning new things intrigues me. I like to be known as knowledgeable. And I'm very passionate in the medical science field. I like the theory behind all of it and having the opportunity to help people. Skyline has opened a lot of opportunities for me, and I'm very grateful to the Skyline team for everything. Skyline has helped take a big burden off my family and help me out with school. They even gave me the opportunity for the Fraser's UCAT scholarship, which has sessions that help me study for the UCAT, which is a test I need to do to get into medicines. My favorite part about the Skyline program is the workshops and the residentials we've had. They are very informative and help me get insight into future opportunities and experiences. I'm sorry. And the highlight is getting to meet people from all parts of Victoria and being able to make amazing friends and getting to see them and hear their experiences from their schools throughout regional Victoria. My hopes for next year after I graduate is to make it into my chosen uni course, which is either biomedical science degree or if I can get direct entry into Monash medicines. I'm thinking whether to take a gap year or not. I see myself in 5 years' time, nothing too exciting, still studying, because like I said, I want to do medicine and that's going to take a long time. But thank you all for listening. I'm delighted to introduce and welcome the chair of Skyline, Stephen Adrian, to say a few words.
Just let me turn my microphone on, and thank you very much, Nathan. It's lovely to hear the words of both of you, members of our cohort, and we're very proud of you. Anyway, so Womanjika, welcome and hello. It's my pleasure to welcome to our 2024 annual reception. I'm Stephen Adrian, and since October 2022, I've had the honour of serving as the chair of Skyline Education Foundation. Tonight, I stand before you after an eventful year. I'm filled with immense pride as I reflect on our accomplishments. Bridget has already shared some of our successes, which underscore our ongoing commitment to helping high potential students overcome economic and social adversity. Despite a challenging environment marked by a cost of living crisis and conflicts abroad, we remain steadfast in our dedication to the sustainability and independence of Skyline. We're well aware of the impacts these global challenges pose to private philanthropy, and we continue to innovate and strategize to secure our future. As Bridget said, I too am profoundly grateful to our partners and supporters. Your backing is crucial, and we could not achieve our goals without you. I also want to express my deep appreciation to the directors of the board and the senior management team at Skyline, or the whole team at Skyline. They have steered our ships through turbulent waters, delivered remarkable results in both our flagship program and Skyline Hatch, our social enterprise. Both initiatives continue to shine as beacons of hope for our students. Special recognition should be given to our amazing directors, and I'm going to name them: Alistair Minton, Amanda Derham, Ryan Gunasima, Roger Page, Telly Nguyen, and Claire Harper. I also extend heartfelt thanks to Simon Gibson, OAM, and Jasmine Asob, who have retired this year, for their invaluable contributions. We warmly welcome Professor Jaysari Kulkarni, AM, to the board, anticipating the fresh perspectives and leadership she will bring. I'm very thankful for the steadfast leadership Bridget has given us, and she's guided us through not only these challenging times, but has enhanced our governance and program delivery. Seeing the profound impact we have on young people who face daunting challenges inspires and drives me, and I know it motivates our entire team as well, our supporters, donors, alumni, ambassadors, patrons, and our cohort. Thank you for your unwavering commitment and contributions. Being part of Skyline and working with our students to help them navigate and overcome their challenges is a tremendous privilege. It fills me with hope for the future and immense pride in their achievements. Thank you for being here tonight and for your continued support. Let's keep making a difference together. Let's continue to reach for the stars. Thank you, and I'm now back to you, Justine.
Thank you so much, Stephen. I would like to introduce our first student speaker for tonight, Ariel Mezzacapa of Melton Secondary College, and she's going to tell us a bit about herself and her Skyline journey.
Thank you, Justine. Now, I'll try not to yap too much tonight, but I'm Ariel. I'm a year 12 and I go to Melton Secondary College and I'm the school captain. And I can't believe how fast this year has gone. And I can't stop thinking about how soon it'll be over. Reflecting on this, I think about all the friends I've made along the way and friends I've even had since primary school. You don't really realize how convenient it is to make friends when you're forced to bond with people for 6 hours, 5 times a week. And that's probably the part I'm going to miss most of all. But I know that after school, when all my friends and I move to different places and we move apart and we start our journeys on different career paths, there's going to be so many new experiences waiting for me. In school and out of school, I've had many opportunities to be a part of community and leadership groups. Just like today, I got to be a part of Melton's Youth Forum, which is why I'm still wearing uniform at 6 p.m. at night. But I would like to say that it's opportunities like these which are my greatest passions. I've been involved in leadership roles through at school through various things such as class captain, junior school captain, and being a part of school council and the SRC. But outside of the school, I've also joined up at my local Melton Youth Advisory Group and a youth committee. And I'm also looking to join the Women's Leadership Program here, as I've heard that it's really empowering from my friends. I simply got into these extracurriculars, because I'm passionate about learning and improving the environment that we live in. And I believe that change starts with you and me. But maybe that's a bit too much for tonight. So through these many leadership skills, experiences, I've learned a lot about presentation skills, public speaking skills, and I've also been able to make a lot of connections to my community, even being connected to the MP of Melton. It's also opened doors like attending the Multicultural Gala in August. So if you're ever looking to get involved into community, well, you have one right here, which is Skyline. But Skyline is another great community opportunity, and I'm really proud to be a part of the Skyline program. Skyline has given me opportunities I previously didn't know that I could have. See, I am highly invested and interested in law, and when I was in year 10, I tried to find different ways I could get mentorships or internships, but after looking for quite a bit, there aren't really too many opportunities out there. And the ones that I did find were they came at a price, and that price was hefty. Not soon after that, my teacher told me that I should apply for Skyline, and I got in. And I met Jigna, my program manager, and she taught me about all of Skyline's partnerships and informed me about the Lander and Rogers mentorship. Bam, dream come true. Because of my mentorship at Lander and Rogers, I've been able to be mentored by an actual lawyer, and I have a new friend too. And now I kind of have a clear idea of my future path. So because of the opportunity Lander and Rogers have given me, I'm super excited to maybe even pursue law with them if I can one day, through maybe a future internship or mentorship opportunity, or even a career. But again, I've only really been able to achieve this much because of Skyline. So Skyline has allowed me to meet so many like-minded people and make so many new friends. Not only people who have similar interests and hobbies with me, but aspirations and goals, which is really inspiring. One of my best experiences with Skyline, and I know it's already been talked about a little tonight, is their connections and community building, such as the residential camps, which, yes, it's been mentioned before. I have to say my first in-person meeting with Skyline was at Resi, and you do not understand how nervous I was. Jigna can vouch for me. I knew absolutely no one from my year level and basically no one from my school who was attending, and so I was terrified. But the second I got there, I started making friends and finding things in common with people. In one of these moments, this might be a little embarrassing to remember, but I found people who were interested in the same musicals as me and tabletop games. And in the open night of the second night, we did a musical performance. That was definitely something. But unfortunately, my residential days are over. Or are they? Hopefully next year I'll be able to go to Resi as a mentor. And hopefully this time next year I'll be back on the Zoom call, this Zoom call, because I'd love to further my role in the Skyline community by being one of those famed mentors or working on Skyline Hatch. But hopefully I'll also be on my way to completing a Juris Doctor or Bachelor of Law at a university and attending a residential college. So wish me luck, guys. I just have to say, everything we get the privilege to do at Skyline relies on the generosity of kind individuals, families, businesses, and trust and foundations. And in 2023, this generosity grew even larger, more compassionate, and more responsive than ever before. We're deeply grateful for our generous community, making our growing impact possible. So thank you greatly. Now I'll hand it over to you, Nathan.
Thanks, Ariel. I'd like to introduce Olivia Hedge from Kyneton High School.
Thank you, Nathan, and good evening, everyone. My name is Olivia, and I am a Year 12 student at Kyneton High School. This year, I'm studying physics, chemistry, and literature after completing maths methods, specialist maths, and extension investigation as step-up subjects. I have been involved in student leadership since Year 7, as a year-level leader, a sustainability captain, and now a school captain. And after receiving so much support from my teachers and the Skyline Foundation to reach my own potential, I take a lot of joy in supporting my fellow students, which has led me to start and manage a study group for younger students and also to launch the sustainability group at school. Outside of school, I manage a volunteer group campaigning for household electrification in my community, and I'm also developing an AI that can identify methane emissions from wetlands, which is really exciting and a very big learning curve for me. I am aiming to study medicine at Monash University next year and eventually go into dementia research, which is an area that I have been passionate about since a very young age, and which is becoming increasingly relevant with an aging population. Since the beginning of year 11, the Skyline Scholarship has provided me with educational, financial, and career advice support. I've been told about important scholarships I otherwise wouldn't have known about, and I've been enabled to invest in my educational resources such as uniform and new notebooks whenever I need to without a cost concern. The expenses Skyline has covered for me also include a blazer to use as school captain and the cost of sitting the UCAT, which is the entry test to medical school. When I first applied for Skyline, I was just expecting a program designed to support me academically and financially to reach my full potential. But in fact, Skyline is far more than this. Through the annual residential camps and masterclasses, I have found a community at Skyline who have really greatly improved my VCE experience. A group of people who I can relate to and laugh with. One of my closest Skyline friends, Kwa, is interested in technology, climate action, and making a positive social impact like I am. And this year we teamed up to win an international technology research competition through the New Zealand organisation Space. I couldn't have done it without him, and I'm very grateful to Skyline for connecting us. Another invaluable aspect of Skyline is the continual academic support and encouragement. I meet with my Skyline PM every month, and we have the opportunity to discuss everything from my upcoming tests to applying for university scholarships. At one point, I was thinking about studying overseas, and while I'm not anymore, she was very supportive and encouraging every step of the way. Skyline has connected me with educational opportunities outside of school as well. For instance, last year, I completed an 8-week online course through the tech organisation HEX with a fully funded place through Skyline. And this partnership also ended up being an unexpected opportunity for the Space Challenge. Even 6 months after the course, I was still a part of the online HEX network, so I could reach out for coding support and prototype development ideas. Another valuable opportunity has been the Landers and Rogers mentorship, through which I have learned crucial leadership and management skills from my mentor, Michelle. Despite not really planning to go down a law pathway, that experience has been really beneficial. An incredibly helpful aspect of being a part of the Skyline program is the connection to universities. On our 2024 Skyline Residential, we stayed at Monash University, which opened my eyes to the accommodation and education opportunities Monash had to offer, and really encouraged me to rethink my course preferences. Through Skyline, when it comes to applying for university next year, I know that they will be there to support me in navigating the process of applying for scholarships, courses, and on-campus accommodation, particularly as a regional student who will most likely need to move away from home. In conclusion, the Skyline program is helping me reach my dream course for next year through direct connections with opportunities with universities, but it is also greatly improving my VCE experience with supportive and like-minded Skyline peers, regular workshops, and academic support. Without Skyline, I wouldn't have had the same encouragement and direct support to reach my full potential. And I'm really grateful to everyone at the Skyline Foundation who makes this program a reality for so many students across the state. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Olivia. It was amazing to hear how Skyline has helped you achieve your goals, and I really hope the best for you in the future. I would now like to introduce our next student speaker, Toby Kingston Brown, who currently attends Serco Secondary College.
Thank you, Justine, and hello, everyone. My name is Toby, and I'm a Year 12 student this year at Serco Secondary College, a school in Torquay of about 799 students, where I'm undertaking mathematical methods, physics, specialist mathematics, vet music performance, and of course, English. Year 12 has been tough but fun so far, and what I find myself enjoying the most at school is the expectation and resultant experience of learning something new. It is truly something that excites me. This joy in learning new things probably stems from my passion for physics and maths. To me, it's an area where when you learn new things, your perception of the world changes forever, and that never gets old. This learning that I am lucky to experience every day is entirely made possible by Skyline. Skyline means my entire future to me. As in years 10 and 11, I was in a really dark place, making many a wrong choice, on the brink of giving up on education and losing my passion and curiosity for the world. I think Skyline's initiative is largely accountable for an almost 180-degree turnaround in my attitude towards school and life in general. Due to their support, I'm now performing above and beyond, with numbers like 100% popping up on my SAC scores, getting the opportunity to play gigs with my band in front of hundreds of people, and fostering incredible relationships with the people I meet. I think my favorite thing about Skyline is the program managers and the kind of support they offer. Not only are they astronomically helpful when it comes to all things logistics, academics, universities, you name it, but they are also great people who are always actively interested in what you have to say and willing to learn from us just as much as we learn from them. My hopes for next year after I graduate is to attend the University of Melbourne beginning a Bachelor of Science or a Bachelor of Biomedicine, majoring in microbiology with a concurrent diploma in music performance. I hope to undertake this course while taking residence at Janet Clark Hall, one of the University of Melbourne's residential colleges. Following this, 5 years down the track, I hope to have completed that 4-year course I mentioned and potentially be undertaking a Masters of Science. The end goal for all of this is to explore the world of mycology, the study of fungi, which is, in my opinion, the last frontier of unexplored and potentially groundbreaking medical discovery. As a final note, my biggest takeaway from Skyline is that when you have someone backing you up, someone in your corner, someone letting you know that you are worth it, the results are unfathomably positive and truly life-changing. Thank you for your attention this evening in hearing my story, and back to you, Nathan.
Thanks, Toby. I'd like to pass it to Lachlan Janetsky of Mount Alexander College.
Thanks very much, Nathan. Good evening, everyone. My name's Lockie. I'm a graduate of 2024 and vice captain at Mount Alexander College in Flemington. At MAC, we value student-centered learning through a wide range of student-led electives and a large body of student leaders. This year, I'm studying English, general maths, food studies, psychology, and legal studies. In terms of content, my favorite subject is psych. However, I am much more passionate about legal now that I'm pursuing a career in criminal law, hoping to work for the Australian judiciary as a judge and a chief justice for victims of crimes and their families. Mind you, this is a far cry from acting, which was my childhood dream. But one thing that hasn't changed over the years is my love for learning and my love for MAC, which is so much more to me than the school. It's also my workplace, having been working there on the grounds and maintenance and school canteen. It's also somewhere I've made unbreakable bonds and memories I'll look back on and cherish fondly. In saying that, I cannot wait to graduate. VCE is very much like a riptide. You can't swim without giving it your all, and if you don't keep up, it's such a struggle to stay afloat. But as excited as I am for graduation, one thing I'm not looking forward to, apart from the end of year exams, is saying goodbye to my friends and to my second home. And if it wasn't for the Skyline program, I would have said my goodbyes 2 years ago before my VCE pathway could begin. It's an honor and a privilege to be a member of the Skyline program. From the 3-day residential at Queen's College, where I became a part of yet another family of loving and supporting peers, to our most recent masterclass at the National Gallery, and tonight, representing Skyline for this reception. Thanks to Skyline, my confidence has soared. My commitments, many commitments, are now in order thanks to my program manager. Thanks, Chigna. My social circle has expanded exponentially, and those relationships have only grown stronger since. I've been able to further explore my talents, reach for the stars, and shine as bright as them. I was fortunate enough last year to further develop my leadership and interpersonal skills as a member of Skyline's Program Design Advisory Committee. It was a really great experience to voice my ideas and give back to a program which has had such a meaningful impact on my life. With resources such as ATAR Notes just an email away, to some other amazing services like UCAT Exam Prep, Skyline Hatch, and some entrepreneurial courses, I also want to thank Skyline's partnerships with the Caramel Institute for Counselling and the Lander and Rogers law firm for making such a huge difference in my life. And on behalf of Skyline, we are grateful to everyone who has supported this program and are playing their part to reduce education inequity for Victorian students. It does do wonders for all of us. With that being said, I'm really proud of how far I've come throughout my VCE journey, and I have Skyline to thank for their many contributions. I used to be so worried, so scared about the future. A couple of years ago, it was really uncertain for me, but thanks to Skyline, they've pretty much saved me. So yeah, I owe a lot to them. But now I'm ready to, embrace the future, and I can't wait to see what it has in store for me. Thank you for having me here tonight, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Over to you, Justine.
Thank you so much, Lachlan. I just wanted to take the opportunity now to acknowledge the work of all our teachers, principals, and companion teachers who work hard to ensure our success, and also the partners who provide access to various programs that support our students, such as online education resources, the UCAT exam prep, and amazing online entrepreneurial courses. I'd like now to pass to Holly Wu, who is a Skyline alumni and Hatch tutor.
Thank you, Justine. Good evening, everyone. My name is Holly, and I'm an alumna of the Skyline class of 2020. As we gather here tonight to celebrate another year of unwavering support and dedication to our beloved community, I'm deeply honored to stand before you and share a glimpse into my journey with this incredible organization. My involvement with Skyline began in year 11. I was seeking guidance and support with Skyline through its remarkable 2-year education program. It was in this program that I found not just financial support, not just academic support, but a wonderfully tight-knit community that believed in the power of education to change lives. Above all, I found a community that believed in me. Upon graduating from the Skyline program in 2020, I wanted to give back and contribute to the cause and the organization that made such a profound impact on my life. Thus, I eagerly applied to join Skyline Hatch as a tutor, an English tutor. I'm proud to say that I've watched once students of mine become fellow colleagues by joining our ever-growing team of tutors. Last year, Skyline Hatch delivered its annual exam revision series to over 1,400 VCE students. Hatch, which began as a project led by students and friends of Skyline, has grown into a thriving academic support hub, empowering students from all walks of life to reach their full potential in VCE. With each passing year, Hatch continues to expand its reach, bridging gaps in educational access and providing invaluable support to students navigating the challenges of year 11 and 12. Alongside that, for many years now, I've had the absolute privilege of mentoring some amazing Skyliners at events like the residential camp and NGV Masterclass. I've found immense fulfillment in being able to connect with these legends from diverse backgrounds, each with different hopes, dreams, and aspirations. As I reflect on my journey with Skyline from being program student to mentor to tutor, I'm filled with gratitude for the opportunities that Skyline has afforded me. But more importantly, I'm reminded of the collective power that we all have to make positive change in the lives of others. So, what am I doing these days? I'm proud to say that I've recently started a role as Associate Web Developer at Mecca Brands, a phenomenal organization that champions its women and partners with Skyline. Mecca is truly an organization that exemplifies what it means to foster an inspiring and inclusive environment. Although it's still early days for me here, I can confidently say that I've met so many beautiful individuals and learnt so many things already. In closing, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you tonight for your unwavering support of Skyline's mission. Your generosity has not only transformed individual lives, but has also ignited a beacon of hope and inspiration that shines brightly in our community. Thank you all so much for listening to my story, and I will now hand over to Nathan Cohen.
Thank you, Holly, for that. And I'd like to thank you on behalf of all Skyline for your involvement in Skyline Hatch and your mentoring at the residentials. I'd like to now pass it on to Andreas Zachary.
Hi everyone, my name is Andreas. I'm a Skyline alum, and today I have the special privilege of honoring Bev Brock, her contribution to Skyline, and the impact she's had on our lives. Beyond her varied roles in motorsports, philanthropy, authorship, and mentoring, Bev devoted nearly 2 decades to Skyline, serving as a board member from 2006 to 2021, and then as an ambassador until 2024. Today, I won't focus on her long list of accomplishments. Instead, I want to reflect on the profound personal impact that Bev had on us all. So, loaded question, who was Bev to us? Well, she was not some fluffy board member, someone who was uninvolved, someone who just attended board meetings, and someone who never interacted with us students. That wasn't Bev. Bev got her hands dirty. Bev was fierce and an unrelenting advocate for us all. She took the time to know us, learn what makes us tick, and gave so much of her time to support us by both listening to us and being there for us physically. Bev was a mentor for me through my VCE and through the early years of my undergraduate. Bev quickly recognized my leadership skills and my tendency to talk a lot. She leveraged this by inviting me to a meeting with a high-profile donor, a pivotal moment that ended up bringing more than 100K to the organization. Today, it's both fitting and somewhat amusing that I honor her at our annual reception, continuing the legacy of her support for our students. One time, Bev personally drove to my house somewhere on the urban boundary of the West Side to take me to an event. In her car, we'd talk about life. She'd listen to my anxieties, my worries, my dramas, and more, always taking the time to listen and validate me. I didn't really know who Bev was outside of Skyline, but I told my mum once that she'd pick me up and was met with some shock. The Bev Brock picked you up from our house? Through the years, Bev would check in on me and send me emails, stories, life lessons, and motivational essays. One day she'd reach out to me saying the following: all we can ever do is follow our gut instinct. Everything you learn will add to the future and come in handy at some stage. It will make you the man you become, and as long as that is a man of principle, I will be very proud of you. One more story that I only learnt recently was the time that Bev created a commotion at a board meeting when she learned that there was a student who was passionate about fashion design and wanted a sewing machine. As Katrina Rainen said, the former chair of the board, put it, one does not simply buy a sewing machine at Skyline. Until they did. Arguing so fervently on behalf of the student, the board was now trying to answer a question that they hadn't ever before. How do we buy a sewing machine, and where are we going to get the money from? You couldn't say no to Bev, especially when she was on a mission.
Justine and Nathan, you did a wonderful job, so thank you for being our MCs. Ariel, Olivia, Lachlan and Toby from the class of 2024, and Holly and Andreas, our wonderful alumni from the classes of 2020 and 2017. Our Skyline program currently has 50% of its students from regional and remote areas, hence why we're online this evening. Our program reaches both the northeast and northwest regions of Victoria, as well as strong Geelong and Surf Coast program, and now we reach down into the Mornington Peninsula. We're very grateful to everyone who supports our work to allow our amazing students, represented by those you see here tonight, to grow and thrive. And we ask you to continue supporting us this year, and if you can introduce our work to your networks, please do so. I would like to thank you all very much for joining us this evening, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you.